I put to him first the allegation that class war is blamed for spearheading the violence.
We would have no wish to organise such a thing. It's part and parcel of our political ideology that the working class do not need leaders, either to make decisions for them or to lead them into battle.
But deny, though, that your newspaper and your organisation was responsible for inciting some of the violence. I mean, one doesn't have to look terribly far through this to see lines like scraps with cops outside town halls may not stop the poll tax, but they're good confidence builders, and who needs an excuse for a fight with the bill?
I think that's fair enough. There was a general loathing of the police amongst large section of the working class. They're seen for what they are. They're not protectors of the working class. They are there to ensure the power of the ruling class.
Somebody getting hurt that was one of us. Yeah, I wanted to do something. I wasn't going to just stand there, you know, and I know everybody felt the same way. If you saw someone getting attacked by the police, you weren't going to just sit back and let them get arrested and get hurt and beaten up. You got in there and tried to fight back, and, you know, together. Everybody was really together. That was the best thing about it. It felt like, you know, we were all helping each other and all fighting back.
Well, I think it's been a most disgraceful affair. I'm absolutely horrified.
Do you think that violence was inevitable on a march of this size?
Of course not. We live in a democracy.
longer will the people take their repression and exploitation of the weak? Every day of every week, the people die at the oppressor's hands, while we sit in our homes with the TV on, with left and right is all over the world. band spreads, the pointing axe to the flesh west, and the head will die favour, just a moment that seems to be done. We wait for the body count, to 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 the body count. South Africa, the band spreads, the pointing axe to the flesh west, and the head will die favour, just a moment that seems to be done. We wait for the body count, 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 the body count. Release the pan crash, out of the air, they east to west. Religious bonds of prodigal grief, but pain and never the river and breathe. We're ready for the body count, the body count, the body count, the body count, the body count. War for the USA, well Russia man, all Europe away with both volleys, our time to stop. US don't prepare your force. The body count, 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 the body count. It's the fascist West you're living in today. If you don't fight now, you won't have a thing. You'll just be a part of the body count. Just a number in a militarist's corpse count. A nameless corpse as the bodies mount in George Bush's corpse count.
Seems reluctant to discuss his business deals, 'cause the weapon sales are paying for his meals. He'll go to wuthering heights to keep it out of sight. Profit, weaponry doesn't feed refugees. Whoa. But God is saying please on TV's royalties to feed the world with God. Wembley Stadium forever on the video, and $1 million spent to raise that 60 more. Nothing ever quite as big as this before. It broke our hearts as it topped the charts. But when the overkill exploited the reality, we forgot the facts and revelled in the noise. We didn't see that while we had the voice, companies and laws were pulling vocal cords. If the Western world was left obsessed with property and the need to keep it safe with threats of war, the public think the government is wonderful for promoting our assistance to the poor, but their profits are a whole lot more. They create the need to feed the refugees and delegate the guilty feelings to the public eye via pictures of starvation on TV, and get the public conscience back out on the streets with the empty tins and little flags on people. Call it charity! Let's call it charity! Make it pay!
Coming down. You're imperceptive, perceived through the eyes of the damned. And fight your way to the truth, the lecture dance to the tune of a lie. And the audience with automata will applaud as they bring you crashing down. There is no justice, there honesty to be found here. There is no justice or honesty to be found here. And your love is a disease, a symptom of the fear of a lifetime alone. A glitching some air, we search for in vain and grind us down. Won't you dance with the dead? Why dance with the dead? Why dance with the dead all alive? Dance with the dead. The desolate crows and waste of a soldier down in five. You're trying to climb with the wreck, but you're being kicked down. And the chopping and the turning of the wheels as he spins, you're running around. Leave your gasping and grasping for the good life that can't be found. There is no justice or honesty to be found here. There is no justice or honesty to be found here. And your love is a disease, the symptom of the fear of a lifetime alone. The glittering sun air we search for in vain and grind us down. Won't you dance with the dead? Why dance with the dead? Why dance with the dead all alive? Why do we dance with the dead? trying to bring you down. Trust your spirit with their I told you so. You gotta free yourself. Break those chains with arm of your work today. You gotta smash the past, dead and gone, and there's a future yet to be made. There is no justice or honesty to be found here. There is no justice or honesty to be found here. And your love is a disease, symptom of the fear of a lifetime alone. A glittering summer, respectful, in pain and grind us down. Won't you dance with the dead? Why dance with the dead? Dance with the dead all alive. Dance with the dead. Why dance with the dead? Why dance with the dead all alive? Dance with the dead.
Another test tube burn in a cosmetic world. Another plastic child with a synthetic smile. And no one sees the truth behind all the lies. And no one sees the pain as this plastic world dies. Another Chelsea girl in a commercial world. Another Burkett's ex-bride by her top man's side. And no one sees the truth behind all the lies. And no one sees the pain as this plastic world dies. Computerized, consumerized, a world devoid of trust. Glamorized and dramatized, a world devoid of love.
the way only you can do. I've got a feeling things on the way. I've got a feeling things on the way. When I try to see her again, when I rock, I still feel the pain. From this summer without rain, oh, there's only some close and rain.
never defend in this endless search. You cannot It's worshipping trivial ego material. The music sells papers who sell you the feeling as if it's one missing. Really talk, it's cheap till you put it in print. Sing as you read the words of it, the words of school or the third. It makes no difference, it never gets heard. No, it never gets in, but you really want to win. When there's nothing to be, you say, look at me, and it works, yes it works. Just talk is cheap, but shouting is free.
Make me join the RCP. Did you say why? At least they are there doing something constructive. I'm kind of starting to disagree. Not just watching the TV like you and me. Oh, we should get up, meet a few of our friends. Please do not tell me you do not have any. Everybody has someone who is special. Someone just like you. Looking at situations in the real world today is enough for me to wish at the IRA would bomb Parliament once and for all. Tell me who is truly innocent here. Do not take me as far as Catholic. A Catholic misguided who died in disbelief, food and cold, implementing a political belief, imposing one set of rules for another, not wiping the slate clean, starting over. So tell me your Bobby Sands, Sinn Féin and every Ireland, if you can. Not some parks of lies devised in media's working show. A further control, extolling virtues of Section 31, a free island, communication from an invaded land, and I'll be sure to politicians demand for a free island, espionage, Northern Ireland, state control will not exist for we are the law, but bans free speech. Every island you can catch child by a few planetary views on early evening news. Never again will we witness the actual factual proof are true. Only what we are told, what we ought to know, or presented, clear our means will gain show. Or contestant in the game show. I am naive enough to call my home. It could drive me to drink, to succor my being alone. Pouring myself into an early grave, a liquefied rush of inadequacy, trying to instill for this loss of identity, trying to fill the lost spark of anarchic creativity. As you flick through your newspaper and watch your TV screen, they're molding your opinion to their philosophy. Media control, taking over your mind, ruling over your life. They're in control. They're in control, if told by your ignorance, they're in control. Still we ask the questions, they're in control. Take what you're given, don't ask any question, cause you're doing fine, and nothing else matters, your needs have been supplied. The hand has got you, cause you're doing fine, under their control. You're in control, if you're told by your ignorance, they're in control. Still we have the questions, they're in control. Cause you're doing fine, you're nice and secure, with a wallet full of money. But still you ask for more, where did it all come from? What do you care, cause you've got no complaints, under their control. 1, 2, 3, 4, they're in control, if you're told by your ignorance, they're in control. Still we have the questions, they're in control. But won't you turn your head to the cries of the helpless and open up your heart to try to feel their pain, cause they can't do anything to change the situation. Nothing will change till we stand up to the powers of this land. So let's break down the boundaries of ignorance and turn around, face the real world, let's throw down the reins of our apathy and break away from their control.
people think that women get an easy time in prison. If you know your rights before you go in prison, well, I'm sorry, they're going to make your life hell. You know, because you're not supposed to know your rights. You're not supposed to, you're allowed to have this much, or you're allowed to have that much, or actually my private fund should be this much, and why can't I have this cream? Prejudice amongst screws is very, very high indeed. I mean, it's very strong. You feel it, you know. And the fact that they have this power thing. They give a lot of pills out, you know, I mean, there's a lot of jokes about it, but they pill people out all the time to keep them quiet. And anybody who's got an ounce of nonce about them is either pilled out or in solitary. Oh, I can't think of some of the labels now. They're all ludicrous, like labels, you know. You're upset, you're manic depressive, you're hyperactive, you're psychotic, you know, all these things, right, they label. It's easier, I think, to accuse women of that because we are considered to be emotionally unstable anyway. So as soon as we show a little bit of spirit, a little bit of temper, a little bit of distress, they're in there with the Mental Health Act. Families will dump you more quickly if you're a woman criminal than if you're a man. They seem to support male criminals more so than women. If it was the man in prison, the woman would be left behind to nurture and care for the children, whereas it doesn't work the other way round. The man won't support the woman, he will bugger off and get another woman very quickly, and the children will forget because they won't be taken.
Oh my, what am I to do? I've got those system blues. System, you're strangling me. I'm just another small part of your machinery. I'm told what to think, what to feel, what to be, and no one has a clue. You do so subtly. System, what a way to go. You're killing me slowly, but I just don't know. You closed our eyes, told us a pack of lies, so we don't even notice we're not living our own lives. Well, I say, system, I don't need you to tell me what I'm supposed to do. System, you're full of shit. Spend my whole life rolling round in it. System fills me full of dread, but I got Big Brother inside of my head. He showed me he was boss and I related to him. I wanted power too, just like all the other men. System made a man out of me, and I could use this to the best of my ability. Put the woman down when she tries to have a say, and we pin the woman down whenever we wanna play. But I say, system makes it easy for me, but this ain't equality. Oh no, system, you're full of shit. We gotta change it 'cause we're all full of it. Yeah.
Got to fight to see the line. Empty spectacle to the siren from home. All I go around, what do I see? But it's all to turn and forward. One thing I know, I'll never be free, but I won't find the lies they're trying to sell me. I will not be sold my pain. Won't 'cause I know just what to bring. On the telephone, what do I see? It's on the sound of prohibition. One thing I know, I'll never be free, but I will try, but I will try to solve.
burn. Jump, we've got Ella, installment one. Elevator standing, bright light, breath dawn. Smoke runs to the dead. Now I listen to yourself burn. Coming over the state, a coup back passion built on hate, violence against my foreign neighbour, cause he stood to work up a decent labourer. So all people crying for strong hand, which aggregate law and order in the stupid land. In this land! Supporters mob pressures to cover their own exploitation and repression. The lonely smasher precious in the street, a way to capture readers, that's what we need. Throw them out of the companies and government, so you will find peace and freedom for the fucking land. For this land! Fighting till part us until they surrender. So smash life, smash life, smash our lives, smash our lives, smash our lives, smash our lives. Smash. One dark December day, I heard you say that you were selling your ideals down the river, but then it was only to the highest bidder. It was a blood red river that runs polluted down to the North Sea. R.I.P. whirlpool and stagnated emotions, where only the sorrowful are free. Saying 3 times hail Aphrodite, and that this conscience won't heal so easily. When profit causes unforgivable pain, one act cliche stated again and again, if all we will ever see. The true love to flourish, real care must be there. Pain, panic and disaster is perceived, crashing in. I've been here. Kisses for direct action and freedom politics. It's just not being big. Well, if fashion rules your life, welcome to Big Brother Finance. Assist the system. Agribusiness is in. It's in. Games mess your mind. Your heart isn't over by the crown. It's your unscrupulous soul in this river. Move fast now or go under and drown. As we sucked you in from day one, spat back out into your mother's arms. Lower upholds, squeezing like a vice. It has always been the same. I am told nothing will ever change. Yet you swear blind we're better off than as surveillance, police and states smash sledgehammers through a door. All they will see is me saying no to brutality, saying no to glory, saying no to science well-being, saying no to hand piety, saying no to fish and me, saying no to Salafio.
kids. I'm Ronald McDonald, your favorite clown. I'm so glad we can spend some time together today because I'm going to show you around McDonaldland, and you can get to know all my friends, and they can get to know you too. I bet you've never been to a place like this before. Well, McDonaldland is my hometown, and I'd be mighty pleased if you'd be my guest. So come on, grab a hold of my hand, and off we go.
Remains the same. It doesn't change the suffering. It doesn't take away the pain. Nothing they can do can change the facts. The truth remains the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what goes on behind the doors. You disappear and it goes inside the living cause. You cover up till kingdom comes. 'Cause we know one day justice will be done. It's funny how nice they can make things seem when you have a colourful wrapper and a fancy name. It looks so nice, but the truth remains the same.
My friends, there isn't anything I can't do. I just brought all my friends to you. I can do magic, but you can too. McDonaldland's nicer because of you.
He has a wife and 7 cars, 3 houses and an aeroplane. Slaves all over the world, arranged with cows and Canada. A foundation in South Africa, foundation in South Africa, foundation in South Africa, foundation in South Africa. streets are streams of blood. I scream! I scream! I scream! I scream! Nobody take us leads. Nobody take us leads. And on an aeroplane. Nobody take us leads. He has a wife and 7 cars, 3 wheelchairs and an aeroplane. A half-million slaves all over the world. Mountains of money, but that's right, lads. 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 This is it, more or less.
United States of America, the land of the free and the home of the brave. It's all fine rhetoric, is it? But is there any truth indeed in that statement? Well, one man who may actually disagree is Clarence Bradley, a young black man wrongly accused of the rape and murder of a white woman in Conroe, which is in eastern Texas. Clarence joins me in the studio now. Welcome to the programme, Clarence.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. We also have Nick Davis, whose book White Lies documents the case. Nick, welcome as well.
Hi.
And Paul Nugent, who is in fact an attorney who was involved in the case at the time. Welcome as well.
Thank you.
Cool. We could start with you, Clarence. Was it an accident of fate that meant you were in the wrong place at the wrong time, which meant that the wrong accusations were levelled at you?
Well, you can say that to a certain extent, but I overall, with everything that the law enforcement establishment had within their possession, they showed that I didn't commit the crime, so it shouldn't have been in the first place.
Right. So it was wrongfully accused from the start when it was obvious that there were other people who were responsible for the crime.
Yes.
Right. Paul, you were involved with the case. Were you involved right from the start?
We got involved, my law firm, about after Clarence was convicted. So in the last 8 years, we were working to get him off of death row. So we've been involved with the case for the past 8 years.
Well, what was your opinion of the way things were going and the help or not, or lack of it, that you were getting from the establishment?
Well, unfortunately, the establishment in Conroe was very difficult to deal with. They had selected Clarence as the culprit. It was a crime that needed an immediate suspect. It was a murder at a school. School was about to reopen. They needed a suspect to calm the community. Clarence was selected, so we were fighting the power structure in this small town, and it was difficult, and that's why it took 8 years.
Right. During that time, you were sitting there on death row, Clarence. Fairly trite question, really. What was it like? What was it like living under that threat?
It was like living like a